Are you ready for the next hardcore MMO? Albion Online. Albion, as I'm going to call it, is an indie Kickstarter sandbox MMO from Sandbox Interactive, here to usher in an all-new era of sandboxiness. Copyright TheHiveLeader 2014. Anyway, I was invited to play in the game's recent alpha test by the developers, and it was fun. Albeit frustrating as hell, but I think that's kind of the point. The first thing you'll probably notice about Albion is the top-down perspective. Now, call me crazy, but I think they're really shooting for an Ultima Online feel. You're also probably noticing the art style. Some like it, some don't, but my guess is the style was probably chosen due to the game being developed for cross-platform play between PC, Mac, the other one, iOS, and Android. Where's Windows Phone, guys? Way to leave out 3% of the market. You'll start off Albion by creating a character, where you'll make some of the most important decisions you'll make the entire game. Like underwear color. Once you're in the world, you'll do what you do in a lot of sandbox games. Break down trees with your bare hands. You'll also gather rocks and kill small ferocious animals with sharp, pointy teeth. And you'll use these items to create yourself tools and armor. And get used to that because you're gonna be doing it for a while. Why? Because everything in Albion is made by you! From the tools and weapons that you use to the armor you wear. That's right, you'll gather it all. And I hope you have an ox, because otherwise you're gonna be walking very, very slowly. Mental note: make a mount. Now, unlike other MMOs, Albion has no quest. That's right, no freaking exclamation points telling you where to go or what to do. Nope. That's what the Destiny board is for. This board will track your progress and let you know what you need to do to unlock new perks, such as the ability to wear higher tiers of armor and weapons. Really, they're more like tasks than quests. It's different. Progression in Albion is really done through your gear. You'll start in Tier 1 gear and then use that to make Tier 2. You'll then use your Tier 2 tools, alliteration, to make your Tier 3 gear, Tier 3 to make Tier 4, etc. Don't worry though, you won't just spend your time gathering and crafting. You'll need money to craft certain items, so delving into dungeons and fighting NPCs is pretty much mandatory. And that's pretty much progression. Well, gear progression at least. But that's kind of everything in this game, seeing as your combat abilities are tied to your gear and weapons. When crafting armor and weapons, you'll get to choose a certain number of skills for each piece. And that essentially makes up your skill set. A nice element is that Albion is cool enough to let you wear and wield whatever you want. Want to be a staff-wielding mage that wears plate armor? You sure can. Just don't expect to see a lot of mage skills on plate armor. However, gear isn't the only thing you can craft in Albion. Nope, you can make houses. And vendors. All cities and vendors are pretty much player-run, which is cool and will probably provide for some pretty interesting economic outcomes. You don't see this in a lot of MMOs lately, so this is pretty fresh to see. For even more fun, you can set up a base in PvP territory and fight others for control of the land. That's really all I have to say on that, which is a little sad given it's a major part of gameplay, but here's where I feel Albion is a bit meh. Combat. It is lackluster. Click on an enemy to attack, push keys to do special attacks. Snore. It's not bad, it's just bland. But you know what makes it a little more interesting? Hardcore death penalties. This isn't like other MMOs where if you die, the Grim Reaper comes up and says, "Don't let that happen again, or next time I might have to give you a lollipop." Oh, who am I kidding? Go ahead and have one anyway. No. When you die in Albion, the Grim Reaper not only takes you to hell and slaps you in the face, but also takes everything you once owned away from your surviving loved ones, and he may even kill a few of them just because you so happen to have the gall to die. When you die in Albion, everything you have on you takes durability damage. In my experience, it pretty much breaks everything. But maybe I'm just unlucky. Whatever happens to be left stays on your body, and you'll need to make a run back to get it before time runs out, and your body becomes fully lootable to anyone who may be around. Oh, and I hope you have an extra set of armor available, because otherwise you'll have no skills to fight off whatever killed you in the first place. And that's just when you die in PvE. In PvP, the rules get a bit more complex. Let's just put it this way, you ain't getting your stuff back. While I'm okay with hardcore death penalties, heck, the Souls series of games is like my favorite game franchise ever, and even full item loot, death in Albion seemed a bit too hardcore. If you have a good guild who's willing to help you get your stuff back, I can see how death might just be a minor inconvenience. But if you're a solo player that it took a few hours to get to Tier 3 armor, you might find death to be a bit rage-inducing. But maybe that's just me. And in the end, I think that just means Albion isn't for me. And that's okay. For someone else out there, it might be the perfect game. I guess I'm just not hardcore enough. Oh well, back to frolicking in Dark Souls. Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows can be things that I don't know the words. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Make sure to visit MMORPG.com for all your MMO related news. And if you like this video, make sure to visit my YouTube channel for more silly MMO related videos. There are links in the description below.